discuss what is it all about. So first is the core subject description. So this subject covers various contemporary arts practices of the region where the school is located. It aims to provide students with an appreciation of a broad range of styles in the various disciplines with consideration on their elements and principles, and engage them to an integrative approach in studying arts. So through this subject, the students will broaden and acquire the necessary creative tools that open opportunities in pursuing their goals and aspirations. Next, in this subject, we have 4 contents and 4 performance standards. So first is the content. Number 1, integrative art as applied to contemporary art. The second is contemporary arts in the Philippines. The third one is the different contemporary art techniques and performance practices. And the last one is the contemporary arts production. Now is the performance standard. First, the learner will present a form of integrated contemporary art based on the region of his or her choice. The second is the students will create avenues to advocate the arts from the different regions. The third one is the student will discriminate among various materials and techniques. And the last performance standard is they're going to design a production using available materials and appropriate techniques. So that's all. Hi, good day everyone and welcome to Contemporary Philippine Arts from the Regions. So for today's video, it's all about integrative art as applied to contemporary art, a combination of different art as seen in modern times. With the performance standard number 1 that presents a form of integrated contemporary art based on the region of his or her own choice. At the end of the lesson, the learner will be able to identify the definition of the art and the integrative art, identify the various contemporary art forms, and classifies the various art forms found in the Philippines. So here we go. First is the motivation, the 4 picks 1 word. So it is a word guessing game that presents with 4 photos. We're going to guess the specific word picked from a set of letters given below the pictures. Now we're going to answer the follow-up questions in the 4 picks 1 word. What is the word that best describes the set of pictures shown in above? Next, what are the things you see in the 4 pictures? Next, number 3, how would you define the word that fits on the set of pictures? What is an art? So the word art is quite difficult to define, and its definition has been highly contested throughout history. So what is the meaning of that? Huh?
Meaning, an art is like a picture that has 1,000 meanings at ang definisyon ng art ay talagang matagal na panahon na pinagdebatehan.
Next, the art is originated from the Latin word ars, which means skill, with the Greek word techne, which means technology. Do you have any idea what is the difference between the skills and talent?
The term talent refers to an inborn and a special ability of a person to do something. A skill is an expertise which is acquired by the person by learning. Talent is God-gifted ability, whereas skill is an ability in which you put your time and effort to develop.
So meaning, pag sinabi nating talent, ito yung mga kakayahan na bigay sa atin ni God. And talagang meron na tayo simulat sa pool. So pag sinabi naman nating skills, ito yung mga kakayahan na kaya nating gawin kasi inaral natin and it is acquired through practices. Meaning, lahat tayo ay may kakayahan. May kakayahan tayong kumanta, may kakayahan tayong sumayaw, may kakayahan tayo na magboses, na magsalita, at meron tayong kakayahan na magpagalaw ng ating katawan. Now, the difference is, yung boses natin ay hindi pantalentadong Pinoy at ang galawan natin ay hindi pantalentadong Pinoy. But, meron talagang mga tao na talagang gifted, na tipong nasa kanya na lahat yung talent and skills. So, sana all right. And, I want to remind all of you na lahat tayo ay may talent and siguro yung iba hindi pa nalabas pero wait natin. And syempre, kinakailangan na explore mo rin yun para ikaw mismo yung makatuklas kung ano ba talaga yung talent na meron ka. Ayan, so everyone can be an artist. And nothing is impossible lalo na't pag gusto mo yung ginagawa mo at gusto mong matuto.
Yes, everyone can be artists in their own art. Kasi nga, meron tayong standard. Pero kung nag-set kayo ng standard na yun yung maganda, yung sa ibang gawa ng class ninyo, eh, paano nyo masasabing artist kayo? Lahat tayo artist. Yun nga lang, hindi tayo kagalingan ng ibang artist. Or hindi tayo kasing galing ng ibang tao. But still, lagi nating i-remind yung sarili natin na hindi man lahat ay mapasayo, at least meron ka rin mga bagay na hindi nila kaya ang gawin. Meron nga lang taong talaga na gifted na talagang halos nasa kanya ng lahat. But still, be thankful kung ano yung merong skills or merong anong talent yung meron tayo. Be thankful. Kasi, di ba, marami nga sa atin na differently able, may mga kulang sa katawan, ganun. But still, they are able. They can do things na kaya din gawin ng ibang tao. Even di ba meron tayong tinatawag na disabled daw. Pero for me, mas okay siguro kung tatawagin nyo sila as differently abled. Different lang sila in the sense na merong kulang sa part ng body nila, but still, they are able to do things na sometimes nga, mas nakakagawa pa sila sa mga taong may kompletong parts ng katawan, di ba? Ayan. So, in this na disabled yung itawag natin, mas okay siguro kung differently able. Yes, according to Geraldine, yes ma'am, hindi man tayo considered or honored, basta pwede tayo maging artist in our own way. Yes, very good. Ibig sabihin, hindi man tayo ma-honored as national artist, Filipino national artist. Pero pwede natin sabihin na, uy, artist ako. Yun nga lang, meron nga tayong part na may standard kasi tinitingnan yung ibang tao, ganyan. So, hindi na mawawala yun. Especially pag nagpasa kayo, ganyan. May rubrics na tinitingnan. Pero kung walang standard, all of us can be considered as artists.
How about the technology?
In art, technology is a set of means of tools, materials, devices, systems, methods, and procedures in making an art.
Ibig sabihin, in terms of arts, we use some tools to produce an art. We use some mediums or materials to produce art. For example, in terms of music, in singing, we use our voices to produce sounds, right? In order to dance, we use body movements. In terms of painting, sculpture, we use some materials to produce sculpture, to produce a painting, ganyan. Sa madaling salita, sa lahat ng bagay, in terms of producing an art, kinakailangan merong tools, kinakailangan merong medium or materials na gagamitin para makapag-produce ng isang art.
So, what is an art? So, the common definition of art is that is used to express ideas or feelings through creative processes and imagination. And art is something that is created with imagination and skill, and that is beautiful or that expresses important ideas or feelings.
Yes, art can be a message to those people na nakakaramdam ng mga paghihirap ngayon, ganyan. And through art, hindi man natin masabi yung gusto natin sabihin sa ibang tao, pero yung meaning nung nandun sa art, yun na yung idea, how to express your ideas through art. So art is a personal emotional expression that emotionally connects to other people. Kasi through art pa lang, through music, nakakaramdam na tayo ng saya, nakakaramdam tayo ng lungkot or galit in the sense or through the use of art, kahit anumang uri ng art siya, kahit anong form of art siya. Art can be used as a communication tool. So, alam naman natin na in communication, merong verbal and non-verbal. So, for those person na hindi ma-express yung idea nila through words or pasabi, ginagawa nila yun through arts.
And when we say arts, art is anything, can be anything, any objects, and it is on us how we appreciate those things. So, di ba minsan may times na akala mo useless yung isang bagay na yun, pero para sa iba pala is mapapakinabangan pa siya, ganun. And even us is considered as an art.
Ma'am, pag-art po ba, drawing lang, or mga painting, is music an art?
Art is everywhere, art is anything. All the things that matters or even doesn't matters can be considered as art. Even the useless thing, even the useless object, it is depends on you kung paano mo ma-appreciate yung isang bagay na yon. Ibig sabihin, ang art, hindi lang siya yung music, hindi lang siya yung painting, hindi lang siya yung sculpture. No. Even tayo, isa tayong art. Even yung the way kung paano tayo magsalita, kung paano sumagot, kung paano mag-chat dito sa ginagawa natin, it is considered as art. All the things can be considered as art. Sabihin, yung art, hindi lang siya sa stage, hindi lang siya sa museum, hindi lang siya sa paper, pencil, etc. So, yung art, pwede mo siyang i-present kahit saan kang lugar. Itong ginagawa natin, nasa messenger lang tayo, but still meron ditong art. The way we speak, the way we answer the question, can be considered as art.
Kahit po ba stickman yung drawing ko, art pa din tawag doon?
Yes, Aliyah, kahit stickman yun, art pa din yun. Kasi pag sinabi naman nating art, wala naman kasi yan sa beauty, kung yung the way mo kung paano ka gumawa. Nasa sa appreciation yan. Or nasa sa content mo yan, bakit yun yung ginawa mo. Ganon. So, meron kasing different functions yung art. So, merong ibang art na pang beauty, or parang sa appearance mismo, pero meron namang art na sa tingin mo hindi ka pakipanabang, pero para sa'yo kapakipakinabang. Ganyan. Another example is yung mga, di ba pag nag-ano kayo sa, tingnan niyo yung mga notebook nyo, dun sa mga, sa back page ng notebook nyo, di ba may mga guri-guri yan? It can be considered as art, yung mga pirma-pirma nyo, kunwari, ganyan-ganyan, kasi nakaka-stress free siya, or parang stress reliever niya siya. Yung nagsusulat-sulat kayo, naguguri-guri kayo. Yes po, lahat po ng bagay can be considered as art. It depends on you kung paano nyo nakikita yung bagay na yun as art. Yung dahon, pwede nating masabing art yan in the sense na may color siya. And color is one of elements of art. In terms of art, for example, magpapasa kayo ng mga gawa nyo. Syempre, may mga rubrics or criteria. Siguro para sa inyo okay na yon, kaso nga lang, kinakailangan din tingnan natin yung rubrics na hinihingi ng teacher, ganyan.
Art is everywhere and art can be presented anywhere. Kahit saang bagay may ipipresent mo yung art. Kahit saang bagay may i-relate mo yung word na art. According to the Greeks, art is an imitation of reality. So, meaning, kung ano yung nakikita natin sa surroundings natin, inire-relate natin siya at ginagawa natin siya as reference in doing an artwork or doing an art. Art is imitative or representational, meaning, yung mga paintings na ginagawa natin is replica kung ano yung mga nakikita natin sa surroundings natin. So perhaps this is the simplest and earliest view on the nature and the meaning of art. And some of us can do something. For example, nakakapag-paint tayo, nakakapag-sketch tayo, and other stuff that is an art without knowing that it is an art. Yeah. So art can classify into many art forms, in many forms, in many ways. Well, that's art, and art is so flexible and adaptable in terms how we use art in certain situations like that. Okay? And we're going to discuss the different art forms of art, the different forms of arts. So we can classify the forms of art into three kinds. But before that, we're going to define the word integrative art. So what is integrative art? So here art comes in different forms which we can integrate. And we have different art forms. And pag pinagsama-sama siya, tinatawag na siyang integrative arts. Pag sinabi natin integrative art, it uses two or more disciplines of art to merge and to present as a whole in a audience. So, meaning, minagsama-sama siyang form ng art into one. Meaning, pag sinabi natin integrative art, this is the combination of all art forms. Kumbaga, sa isang form, makikita mo na lahat dyan yung forms ng art. And there's a lot of examples of integrative art. So, can you give me examples of integrative art?
Okay, yes, very good. Musical play is one of examples of integrative art in the sense na in sa musical play, meron ang nakanta, singing, may nasayaw, dance, may nag-acting, and meron po mga different gender ng acting dyan. Merong mga pros, may mga cons, may mga protagonist, may mga antagonist. So, nasa sa isang play lang, pero nandun na lahat yung art. Yes, anything that is presented through in theater. Meron din nga nagpapantomime doon, meron din mga nagtutula doon, ganyan. Yes, interpretative dance kasi may dance na meron pang music, ganyan. That is integrated into one art. For example, tula at saka tula at yung music, spoken poetry. So, mayroong music, may tula, may pa-voices pa, tapos mayroong lalapata po ng music. It is integrative art. Next is dance. Dance na kinanta mo habang nasayaw ka. Integrative art siya. Pwede yun. Ano pa? But mostly, ang mga integrative art, ito yung mga pinapanood natin like movies, mga K-drama movies, yung mga nasa noontime show, showtime. Kasi lahat ng nasa movies, lahat nung art, makikita na natin doon. Especially in terms of performing arts.
Okay, so next is the 3 art forms of art, which is the visual art, the performing art, and the literary art. So first is the visual arts. So once assess the visual art, it is used to describe a wide array of artistic disciplines that are appreciated primarily through our sight from the word visual. So the visual art is highly appreciated by our eyes. So it is an expression of artistic ideas through images, structures, and tactile work. In terms of performing arts, it usually requires the musical theater, the drama, or the play with a combination of the literary art for the script and the visual art for the stage design. The musical play, the theater is an examples of integrative art form. Next is the literary arts. So in literary arts, it is an expression of ideas through writing. There are many types of literary artworks, and this can be categorized into poetry, prose, and drama. So the literary arts can be used in terms of visual art, which is the calligraphy, and can be used in terms of performing arts like the script. So here in the literary arts, from the word literature or literary, so it is an art na ginagamitan ng pagsulat. Pag sinabi natin visual, ito yung art na na-appreciate ng ating mga mata. Pag sinabi natin performing arts, yun yung mga arts na pina-perform na kinakailangan ng voices and ng body movements. So what are the key points to remember? So art is an expression of an idea through creative imagination and expression. So forms of art are visual, literary, and performance arts are the performing arts. And sabi rin natin art, it can be a communication tool, verbal or non-verbal communication. We use art sometimes kapag hindi natin masabi yung gusto nating sabihin sa ibang tao. So through art, na-express natin yung ideas or gusto nating i-share sa mga audience, ganyan. Good day everyone, welcome to Contemporary Philippine Arts from the region. My name is Ronaldin T. Casanova. You can call me Ma'am Casanova. I've been teaching here at HUMSS for 3